Warning. This video is not for minors. The characters used in this E-Federation have all given their consent. This material is make-believe and has been rated M for mature. If video game violence offends you, please click out of this video now. 18 and older only. Proceed with caution. Thank you.
Welcome everybody to YTWE18 Plus, coming to you live from Belfast, Ireland. And tonight we see the debut of David Rivera. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. DeVito. It is a pleasure, as always, to be on commentary with you. And yes, as you said, we've got a new wrestler in the YTWE in David Rivera, and it's always a pleasure to see new talent in the YTWE 18 Plus, and he is going to be wrestling Eric Personal.
This is going to be an interesting match, and we've got that coming up later tonight. But right now, we're going to have a recap about Roburt Rage. Look at this son of a bitch, Joe, smacking me with a chair. It's what he's been doing for the last, well, fuck it, few years. The geezer has been hassling Chris Collier, me, and more recently, guys like Uncle from Hell, Boston Fan, and even the double champion Rant with Jeff.
Well, as you say, the man is a troll, and you just saw it there where Roburt Rage broke your ribs, Mr. DeVito. This rivalry has gotten out of control, really.
Absolutely. This guy, for no real reason, is taking this to the extremes. Look at him, going around, smashing up everyone with weapons. He broke my ribs, and fuck me, Joe, the broken ribs hurt. You have no fucking idea until you have experienced it. Check that out, cutting Rant with Jeff Hogan with that baseball bat, attacking Boston Fan. Joe, what is this guy all about?
I'm not actually sure. I mean, I think he just wants to make his place here in the YTWE, and he wants to be in the ring with the best of the best, and that includes you and Rant with Jeff and Boston Fan.
But there are other ways to go about it. Much better ways. But I'll tell you what, how about we let this troll do some talking for himself? Do you want to hear that, Joe?
Absolutely, Mr. DeVito.
Guess who's back? Back again. Rage is back. Tell your friends, if you dare. You have created a monster, Mr. DeVito. You see, I was already pretty monstrous before I entered the YTWE. So it finally happened, after I don't know how long, waiting, asking, attacking. I finally got my one-on-one match against you, Mr. DeVito. And was it everything I dreamt and hoped for? No. It wasn't. It was a small taste of what I wanted. You see, I didn't make you bleed. I didn't injure you. I didn't maim you. I didn't leave you hurt. So the question may be wondering around people's minds, why I attacked Mr. DeVito. Was it a week later, maybe a couple of weeks later, after our first ever match? Because I wasn't satisfied. I didn't do enough in our match. I didn't hurt Mr. DeVito enough, and that's why I've attacked and broken Mr. DeVito's ribs. You know that feeling when I gored you through the ring ropes and I felt your ribs break on my shoulder. Yeah, that was pretty satisfying. Let's rewind just a touch. In that match, some fake little goon imposter comes down to the ring. You see, I don't know who that was, but I know that that wasn't the real Crow. But I think you do, Mr. DeVito. I think you know full well who that person was. Maybe it was Britwigger, seeing as he's your little slag, your little puppet. But you know, Mr. DeVito, that the feud, the rivalry between you and I is far from over. Because of me. Because of what I did after the fact, after the match. Because I know you're not a man to let that slide. You're not a man to let that go. And that's why I did it. Because I can't really make my place. I can't cement my legacy in the YTWE if I don't beat you. And until that day comes, I won't stop attacking you. I won't stop trolling you until I get that victory. So you can wrestle Crow, but rest assured I'll be back and I won't stop attacking you, trolling you until you give me my rematch. So some of you would have noticed me attacking Boston Fan and Rant with Jeff in their title match. And why did I do that? Well, because as Mr. DeVito calls me, I'm a troll. Okay? And there's unfinished business there with me and Boston Fan. So, Boston Fan, how about you and I do it one more time? Hey, you beat me last time. I'm man enough to admit that. And we had a good match. But this time, it's going to be a little bit different. You see, the longer I'm about, I seem to get, I don't know, more disturbed in the head. A bit more darker each and every single day. So there it is. An open challenge to you, Boston Fan. What do you say?
Just 2 days ago, Mistress Moomay laid out a challenge to Wrestling Geezus, a man that is well known in the YouTube wrestling community. He is quite experienced in the E-Feds, in places like Armageddon Wrestling Alliance. He also runs his own shows, World Wrestling Retarded and Falcon Gay Wrestling. Wrestling Geezus has been challenged by Mistress Moomay. Has he got the grapefruits to accept?
I don't know, Mr. DeVito, but I love Mistress Moomay. She's got more balls than any man in the YTWE. Will Wrestling Geezus accept? That is the big question. Let's see what happens.
Well, I'm saying this is not an invite to join the roster. I'm not trying to recruit Wrestling Geezus here. This is an open challenge from Mistress Moomay. It's been 2 days and we have not heard from Wrestling Geezus. Maybe he's scared, maybe he doesn't want to get involved. But anyway, tonight we are going to see the debut of David Rivera, and right now we're going to hear a few words from David recorded earlier today.
So basically, it just is about time for the Instant Classic Fortnite project to be able to go up against, for the very first time, Eric Personal. I don't really know a whole lot about you, but I'm sure I will once I get into that ring. And being an Instant Classic means putting your very best right into that ring and being able to show the audience what you're truly made of and having that really good hard work ethic and doing everything that you can to be able to be a true Instant Classic. That's what it's all about. That's just a little taste, and you're going to see a whole lot more once I step out into that ring, and I'm going to kick ass, and it's going to be awesome. Stay tuned.
Well, there you go. What an amazing promo there from David Rivera. He seems more than ready for this match.
He sure does, and so does Eric Personal, who is awaiting the arrival of the man that calls himself the Instant Classic. And I cannot stress that enough. He calls himself the Instant Classic. That is not a YTWE thing. That is a David Rivera thing.
And we know full well, I don't even need to say the man's name, you know full well who the real Instant Classic is.
Oh yeah, we sure do. He's a legendary wrestler, one of my favourites from the past. And I've got to say, if David Rivera is comparing himself to that man, then he has got some fucking big boots to fill.
Oh yes, I mean, even if he's got a tenth of this legendary wrestler, then David Rivera is a good addition to the YTWE roster, Mr. DeVito.
Oh yeah, a tenth of that talent. He's a great addition. But right now, we've got Eric Personal waiting on the other side of the ring, just in as much anticipation as the rest of us. Can this man live up to his name, or the name that he calls himself?
Well, only time will tell, Mr. DeVito. That's all we can do. All we can do is wait and see to see if this man can live up to such a big... Well, he's hyping himself up, basically, isn't he? Calling himself the Instant Classic.
Well, that is some major fucking hype in my book. That's all I'm saying. But he comes on recommendation from Boston Fan. I've got a lot of faith in Boston Fan. So, let's see how he gets on. Here we go, Joe. And the bell rings.
Yes, it does. And a nice clean lock up there, Mr. DeVito. Straight into a...
Nice standing switch there from David Rivera. Hooking on. Eric Personal can't find a way out.
Takes him down straight into a side headlock. Nicely done there from David Rivera.
Lovely. Hooking it on, wrenching it. Eric Personal can't seem to find the escape, but no, there it is. Up into the side headlock. Some nice technical wrestling, Joe.
Nice, clean, technical wrestling, Mr. DeVito. That's the kind of wrestling I enjoy watching.
He ducks down there, jumps over. Some nice moves, but no. Blocked by Eric Personal. And the hip toss. David Rivera goes down.
Nicely done from Eric Personal. He's got him back up. Irish whip. Oh, and a big massive clothesline.
Knocking him straight down. Stamping them legs. I think Eric Personal may have something to prove himself here. I put him in this match with clearly, you know, him being a guy that hasn't won that often. So, you know, I've kind of put him in here with the expectations that he's going to lose, kind of giving Rivera an easy match, if you like. But I think Eric Personal has got something to prove to say he is no walk in the park.
And that's a good thing. That's the way it should be here in the YTWE, Mr. DeVito. It should be about people proving themselves.
And they do. The competition is hot and heavy. Nice gut wrench suplex there, Joe.
That was very nicely done there, Mr. DeVito. Very nicely done. Oh,
Bam! Drops him down.
Every single time that move gets me, that move is so sick.
It is a dirty move, and it is gonna fucking hurt. Here we go. David Rivera back in control. I think less technical wrestling now from Rivera. He's using more of them impact moves, going for some damage on the body and the spine. Right there, that seems to be his focus right now. Is that torso area.
Yeah, well, if I would be going for the arms myself. Oh, a nice fireman's carry there from David Rivera. He's impressed me so far anyway, Mr. DeVito.
He's not doing bad, is he? He's not doing bad. Not quite the instant classic he claims to be at the moment, but by the end of this match, who knows? Who knows? But Eric Personal, you can see here, he's not much of a wrestler, is he, Joe? He's more of a fighter.
Yeah, that's it. He's more of a brawler, more of a puncher. But that gets the job done as well sometimes.
That's all you have to do. You know, I am a technical wrestler. Sick!
That was sick.
Fuck!
Top rope DDT.
But he's picking him up.
I would have gone
That was fucking dirty.
Oh, and another DDT.
Oh, and
go for the cover.
Nice pendulum.
He's going for the cover. There we go. 1, 2.
Oh man. Eric Personal's up. He's going to take a lot more than that to beat Eric Personal. He might not be the biggest, the strongest, but he has got a massive heart, as the cliche goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was surprised he even kicked that there, to be honest. But he's back in control as well. That's amazing to see.
I don't think David Rivera was quite ready for this. I think maybe Rivera was coming in here looking to have a very technical match, and he's found himself in there with a guy that's throwing strikes, throwing elbows, stomping on him, and maybe, just maybe, Rivera has lost his game plan.
Yeah, that's probably true, Mr. DeVito. But Eric Personal again back in control, dragging him into the corner.
And booting
him down.
Here we go. This is what I'm saying, look at him. Kicking away, stomping away. Not much wrestling, just a whole load of kicking and punching.
But that will get the job done. As much as a backbreaker, a kick to the back will do just as much damage.
Eric Personal now, going for a camel clutch. Stretching out that back, that neck. But he releases the old bullet. I think he thought he was too close to the ropes there. And a massive elbow to the head.
Eric Personal setting David Rivera up here. Is he going to hit him with something big? Oh no!
No!
Rivera
oh, look at this! Well, there you go. Signs of that namesake. But no, Eric Personal on the ropes. I'm sure that was a rope break right there.
Yeah, it must have been. He didn't even get a 1 count out of that massive move.
No, that was a rope break right there. And I'm telling you, Joe, David Rivera has got to be sick right now. He hit that big move, which I can only assume must be his finisher, given the guy that he's trying to be.
Yeah, that was definitely his finisher there, Mr. DeVito. But Eric Personal is fighting back yet again.
Oh man! Bosh! Signs of Shailene TV right there. That is Shailene's finisher. 1, 2. Ah! Man, David Rivera nearly getting pinned in his debut match. And what an upset that would be. It would also be the first ever singles victory for Eric Personal. David Rivera now taking a kicking at the hands of Eric Personal.
You see,
BAM!
This was great booking by you, Mr. DeVito, because both of these guys need a win in the YTWE. David Rivera, obviously, because it's his first match, and Eric Personal, because he's never won here in the YTWE. So both of these guys have got everything to gain and nothing to lose.
That's right. These guys both need this win, and that is what makes the competition in the YTWE 18 plus so hot and heavy. And fuck me, STO on the hardwood floor, and he's down back on that camel clutch, wrenching away. Joe, this match has far gone past my expectations. I did not expect to see this out of Eric Personal. It has got me flustered and got my words running all over the place. Fucking hell, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't expect this match to be this good as I'm the same, Mr. DeVito. It's been a very good match. Very competitive.
very competitive indeed. And Eric Personal really picking up his game. Off the ropes. Double face crusher, double-handed face crusher. Eric Personal driving him down.
Did you just see that, Mr. DeVito? Telling David Rivera to get up off the floor.
He's saying, come on, you're telling me you're going to give me a classic match in my debut. Let's have it. A DDT of his own. And there's blood. There is blood. David Rivera bleeding on his debut.
He just hit a punt kick.
Straight to the head. Holy fuck.
Surely that's
man.
it. Surely that's it.
One. Two.
Three.
And it's three. He got it. Eric Personal picks up the win. David Rivera. Fucking hell. Debut match. He goes down. And I gotta tell ya, maybe it wasn't exactly what David was talking about, but that certainly was an instant classic.
Absolutely, Mr. DeVito. What a brilliant match. That's a good way. Even though the man lost, he proved something to me, and I'm sure he proved something to you as well, and everybody else who watches the YTWE.
Definitely. David Rivera definitely showed to me that he has got the capabilities to hang it here in the YTWE 18+. But let this be a lesson to David that the competition here is hot and heavy. These guys, these girls, the people we have here will give everything they have got, and you cannot come in here thinking you are the big man. You need to prove yourself. So David, how about next week I give you a match against Eric Personal's tag team partner GFreak J?
Oh wow, that's going to be a good match, Mr. DeVito. That's again really good booking on your part.
And we're going to see how they over here fucking go.